How's it going, everyone? This is James from CML. I was just giving you guys a tackle tip for this Tuesday. I'm going to show you guys what I carry in my everyday tackle box, from sport boats to private boats. I'm going to give you guys a rundown of what's in my tackle bag. First off, let's start with the tackle bag. The tackle bag I use is the Fish Lab large rolling tackle bag. This is a pretty cool bag that carries a lot of tackle, carries a lot of the stuff that you're going to need from local island fishing to offshore fishing. Pretty much this tackle bag will carry everything you need for all the local fishing you might be doing, from 3/4 days all the way up to 2 days. So it comes with 4 rod holders, 2 on each side. It comes up with storage up here in the top, up there. That's where I like to carry my line, my fluorocarbon, my hooks, stuff like that. And then you have 4 nice sized trays. This bigger tray, that's where I like to carry my surface irons, yo-yo jigs and stuff like that. And then we have 3 other trays to carry your sinkers and stuff like that. So yeah, let's break it down. So as far as line goes, I carry a fresh spool of 25-pound, 30-pound, and 40-pound mono. I like fishing the Iser XXX smoked. This stuff is super strong, and that is the line that I prefer using. As far as fluorocarbon goes, I keep spools of 20 all the way up to 40-pound, and I fish the Iser, the Seagar Blue Label. Again, it comes off of personal preference, but that's simply what I keep in my tackle bag as far as mono and fluorocarbon. And that'll cover you from most of your island fishing applications all the way up to offshore applications for smaller grade tuna, Calpatty yellowtail, island yellowtail, stuff like that. So that's what I have in my bag as far as line goes and fluorocarbon. For my selection of hooks, I keep an assortment like this in my bag, and I'll have anything from size 2 Mutu circle hooks all the way up to size 4 J hooks, fishing those bigger baits, those live squid on the dropper loop for game fish and stuff like that. Yeah, so just make sure you have an assortment of hooks, again, from size 2 all the way to 4.0. You never know what you're going to need. The 2.0 and the 1.0 pretty much serve multiple purposes and covers pretty much most of the fishing applications you'll be doing. I personally like fishing the size 1 VMC live bait hook for fishing for yellowtail and stuff like that at the island. It hasn't stirred me wrong, and yeah, that's probably my favorite live bait hook. Unless I'm fishing tuna, I'm definitely going with the Mutu circle hook. Probably the most favorite way to catch any type of fish, and that'd be jig fishing. And in my tackle box, I carry a wide variety of jigs, from surface irons to yo-yo irons to sniper style baits, from all different companies, from Salas, Taddy, Duran's, Still Baits, Dreadnought, OCT, Meekster, pretty much all of them. All of them, I support them all. They all catch fish. Some of my favorite colors, at Sacramento Island, this probably has to be my favorite color to throw. I catch a lot of fish on this. This is the 7X light. And then when they get kind of finicky, they're chasing a smaller bait. As you can tell, this one's pretty bit up. This is the Solace 7X Junior. An early season, like right now, I got an overnight trip that I'm leaving on tonight. And they've been eating the yo-yo jig. They had a couple shots at them on the yo-yo jig. Last year, I caught a ton of fish on the 7X scrambled egg. These probably have to be some of my go-to jigs. Last year I did catch a lot of fish on the Meekster mint surface iron, and caught a lot of fish, including a 110-pound bluefin on the still bait sniper. So you want to make sure you have a wide variety. Obviously, you don't need as many as I do, because I do have a lot of jigs. But the ones that I would say that you need is a heavy jig, like a 7X full size, or a Tatty 4.0 heavy, and then a full size like a Tatty 45, or any of those other companies I mentioned, their full size jig, and then also a smaller jig like a Tatty 4.0 light or a Sala's 7X junior. Those are my go-tos when I am fishing Sacramento Island. I've caught a lot of jig fish over the years using these jigs, and every day is different. A lot of people say it doesn't matter about the color. It's mainly about the way the jig swims. And I agree with that. You need a good kicking jig, a good jig that kicks real well and swims real well. But I have caught a lot of fish. Also, just fishing any jig. I mean, if you throw a jig out and it doesn't get bit, and then you throw the same exact jig out, you know, same color, and that one gets bit, then that one obviously probably swims a little bit better. And then that's how you find yourself a favorite jig. So that's what I would keep in my tackle box as far as jigs. As far as Colt snipers, I would keep anywhere from 40 gram, 60 gram, 80 gram, all the way up to probably like 160 gram, and that will cover you for most of your inshore to offshore applications. Yeah, and that's what I have in my tackle box as far as jigs. As for my weight box, I keep a variety of weights, torpedo sinkers, sliding A sinkers. For the torpedoes, I have a few 16-ounce weights all the way down to 4-ounce weights. And as far as the sliding A sinkers, I have 1 ounce all the way down to 1/4, quarter ounce. Or I think this is a little bit smaller. With the new depth expansions, if you are going to be fishing rockfish and stuff, you're going to need that heavier weight. Some would say even heavier than the 16-ounce weight. But typically, I tend to make it down with the 16-ounce weight when we're fishing 300 all the way up to 600 feet. Yeah, so that's what I have as far as weights for torpedo sinkers and sliding A sinkers. Now, as far as my other two boxes go, I keep a wide selection of plastics. These are plastics that we make. This is our 1.5 ounce CML glow tube. These work very great on a double dropper loop for rockfish, as far as bouncing off the bottom for halibut, white sea bass, and yellowtail. We have caught a lot of white sea bass last season on them, and they have become pretty popular as far as a lot of lean cod, big reds, pretty much all your bottom fish we've caught on those, along with those exotics. As far as these boxes do contain my sniper style baits, my flat fall style baits, the smaller ones, some plastics. We got some big hammer swim baits, my lead heads. These are top notch squid heads. These are like a lead head and squid style bait, as far and along with our heavier ones as well, to fish the lead head and squid for sea bass and yellowtail, stuff like that. Pretty much these boxes are going to contain my odds and ends. We got like a popper here, because you never know. And we got some of our 1/4 ounce bass tubes as well. We make these. So yeah, this is gonna hold my plastics, my soft plastics, my sniper style baits. I do have some stick baits, some jerk baits. So that's gonna carry the odds and ends. So the only thing left to cover is our heavy knife jigs. Let's get into it. So for the knife jigs, we have a couple different options available. We have the Nomad Rip Roller. All these are ready to go with 200-pound leaders. These will mainly be used if you know you're going targeting bluefin. We have another one here, again 200-pound leader, and a flat fall, and then also the heavier Sakana jig. We have a couple of those, but our tackle bag's full with tackle trays, so I'm going to show you guys where we store these at. This bag carries a lot of tackle. Again, I wanted to make this video to show you guys what I carry in my tackle bag on a day-to-day basis, and the tackle that keeps me prepared for any and almost every situation that presents itself. So yeah, let me show you guys how the tackle bag looks. Now this is how the tackle bag looks when it is completely filled. So those are our knife jigs, flat fall style jigs for the tuna fishing. Then we have our jig tray. This is filled with all our surface irons, yo-yo jigs, stuff like that. And then we had our weight box. This is filled with all our weights. Again, this one's filled with lead heads, plastics, stuff like that. This one's filled with our CML tubes, coal snipers, smaller flat falls, stuff like that. It all is stored beautifully and ready to go. Super easy to access. Here is the top of our box. All ready to go. Got our mono, fluorocarbon, our hooks, and she is ready to go. Now that's what I have in my tackle bag. Everyone's different though. They have their own preference of how they set up their stuff. That's just how I set up my stuff, and it makes my trips a lot easier. I have my line available to respool, matching fluorocarbon, matching hooks, matching weights. Everything's pretty much there at the palm of my hands to be available for everything and anything. The only thing I would suggest is you carry a flathead screwdriver, just in case, you know, sometimes those reel clamps get loose, or whatever tools you need to tighten up your reel clamps, because like I said, those do go loose sometimes. And I would carry your pliers, line cutters, stuff like that. But yeah, that's what is in my tackle bag. What's in yours? Till next time, thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see ya. Peace.